Are you having issues with forgiveness? Do you find it difficult to forgive because you're hurt? Then this video is definitely for you. My name is Nsinem, Ukpoho. I am so happy to have you in this channel. First of all, I've had issues with forgiveness in the past. I've had difficulty forgiving because sometimes I kind of feel that, I should have seen it coming. I kind of feel bad. I feel that since I'm not forgetting, there's something wrong with me. I'm not a good person and all that. So how I've been able to deal with forgiving when I'm hurt is letting go of the unrealistic expectation that I have to forget, like right now. I don't believe in that myth that says forgive and forget. I don't believe in it. I believe that you can forgive and you know you're on your process, on the journey of forgiveness, when you don't really feel so much emotion attached to that person or that situation or that feeling, or that you don't really feel so deeply hurt anymore. Then you know that you're beginning to forgive. But to tell me that you're all of a sudden going to forget what happened, except of course you develop some kind of brain injury, but if not, it's really unrealistic to expect that from yourself. So just give yourself a break and just take it gently. I want to also say, number two, after letting go of the expectation to forget, is that what the person did has nothing to do with you as a person. It has nothing to do with your image as a person, or who you are, or what you are. It has to do with the person. It has to do with the person's understanding of themselves and how they treat others. You cannot make or take someone else's issues and of how they treat themselves and how they treat others and put it on yourself and feel that, oh, it's because of what I did, that's why that person treated me the way they did. Let go of that and just understand that who you are has nothing to do with how other people see and treat themselves. Another thing I want to say about forgiveness is that it's a journey and it has nothing to do with the other person. It has everything to do with you. When you forgive someone, it's not because how they treated you is okay or what they did is okay. It's about your peace of mind, about your happiness, about your joy. It has nothing to do with how that person perceives himself, how the person perceives you. That is not your responsibility. All you need to do is understand that if you're forgiving someone, it's all about you, your peace of mind, your health, your mental state. That is what forgiveness is all about. It has nothing to do with making the other person happy or making what they did to you okay. Another thing about forgiveness I have learned that helped me is to understand that people hurt people when they're having hurt themselves, or they are still hurting themselves. Nobody that you see that really hurt somebody is okay. If you really want to check it, especially if it's the one that even when you tell them that, okay, I've been hurt, and they still don't even find it in their heart to say, oh, sorry, most times they will check it, they've been hurt themselves. Let me give you a scenario. A man cheats on his wife. If you want to really look at it, it has nothing to do with the wife. Maybe she may have contributed, maybe something or one thing she did or the other, but that does not make what he did okay. So she cannot start believing that, okay, because this man hurts me, it's my problem. No. It has to do with that person. Probably the man has some issues with himself, he hurts himself, but that has nothing to do with that person as a whole. Another way I have been able to deal with forgiveness is to realize that most times when people hurt you and you really find issues with forgiving them, you're making them have that hold on you. And when you forgive someone, truly forgive someone, it doesn't mean you have to forget it. You're just letting that person go out of your mental space, out of your emotional space. You're like, good riddance. Yeah, I forgive you. I'm like, good riddance to you. Get the hell out of my emotions. Be gone. So when you have at the back of your mind that you're freeing yourself, and have everything to do with you, it is your journey, it is your space. Another thing I want to say is, when you're forgiving, take the time and the space that you need. Space can be physical space. Sometimes you just need to have that space, not to see that person everywhere all the time. And sometimes it can also do with emotional space. You can just decide not to be in contact with that person. Just give yourself that space to heal. Another thing is, time does heal some wounds. If you give yourself the time, you see that your memories of what happened might begin to fade. It's not as if you've forgotten, but you might not remember exactly what happened, and the emotion that you feel towards that event or that person will kind of like subside until it gradually dies away, and you remember what happened like an afterthought. So take a moment to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Like this video if you like what you're hearing so far, so good. And when you subscribe, ring that bell so anytime I post a video you will be notified. Please remember to share this video with a friend or two that might like something like this, someone that is dealing with forgiveness. And tell me in the comment section, have you been struggling with forgiveness, or do you really believe in the myth that someone can actually forgive and forget totally? Alright, another thing I want to say about forgiveness, something that's going to help you to forgive when you're hurt, is for you to understand that forgiveness is all about you. Your own personal journey has nothing to do with that person, and does not make what they did to you okay. It's not okay, and it has everything to do with them. That is it. I don't believe in the fact that if I forgive you, what you did to me is okay. It's not okay. It just means that I feel that I need to take charge of my emotions, take charge of my life, and get you out of it by just cutting ties with you, letting you go. Now, you can forgive someone and still pick up from where you guys left off. Not like totally, but you can still go back to being okay with the person if you realize that you being close with that person is not going to hurt you emotionally. But sometimes, if you know that this person being in your life is not useful, it's not going to help you anyway, because probably they have not, let's say, understood what they did to you. They have not, in a way, maybe you just know that they being in your life is not healthy. Then you need to really consider really walking away from such people. I had an instance where a friend of mine, I really know that for a fact that the relationship was not beneficial to my well-being, so I had to distance myself. And I mentioned emotional or physical distance. I had to distance myself physically and emotionally. So sometimes when you know that for a fact that this person, you being that close, is not really good for you, because you're still dealing with forgiveness and probably are going to do the same thing all over again, then you really need to consider giving yourself that physical and emotional space completely. I also want to understand that sometimes it's good to kind of like go through everything that happened and see if you can understand what happened, understand where you're coming from. It doesn't mean that what you did is okay, but you can just try to see if you can understand it. You know, if you can try to make sense of or what happened in your head, probably you can in a way heal faster. But if you cannot, that does not still mean that what you did is okay. And another thing I can really say about forgiveness sometimes is that you can make use of that experience. It can be helpful to you in the future. It can be helpful to somebody else. So when you're trying to forgive, understand that for a fact that whatever it is that's happening to you, you have a benefit in future, will benefit you in some way. Just have that at the back of your mind, and that will help with the healing process. I really hope that this video is helpful to you, because I know that forgiveness can be very difficult, especially when someone tells you that it's not hard, forgive and forget. Brother, sister, it is hard. So give yourself that space and take the time that you need to heal and maintain your peace. I do hope you were able to learn one or two things from this video, and I really do like it if you like the video, so that I know that you like it and can make more content like this. Do share it with a friend or two. Thank you so much for watching.